Nice. Now let us learn the topic today, cascading of 8259 programmable interrupt controller. Before entering to the topic, let us review the what is the interrupt controller 8259. Just we can have a review, small review, so we can understand how to cascade the 8259 to handle the interrupt. So here there is a very simple three blocks. This will provide the service interrupt request to the 8086 processor. Now to interrupt the more number of a interrupt request from a 8086 processor, we require cascading. By using CAS 0 to CS2. So this is the today's important concern. So how the cascade of 8259 2, 3 or 4 until up to 8, so that interrupt handling capacity of 8259 will be increased by cascading the more number of 8259 chips. How it is, let us learn. Now the topic is, so what we discussed, the basic operation of a interrupt controller that we have seen. Now let us cascade the 8259 interrupt controllable. So how it is controllable? By using 2, 3 or 4 8259 chips. We can connect almost 2 to 8 chips to increase the handling capacity by the 8259. So here I represented 3 8259 chips. All are these cascading in the circuit. See there. Now here if you observe, all out of these three, one is master, remaining two are slaves. So that the cascading operation is done by cascade 0 to 2 connections to all slaves from a master. The connections from master to slave 1, the connections from master to slave 2. Like this we can cascading the 8259. Like that we can cascade 8259 chips. Now we discuss about the one pin, important pin, that is called as a A1. The interrupt handling by the each 8259 chips will be known by its address. Its address is calculated or decided by the A1. See there, for example, we have A1 is don't care, the remaining all bits are 0. So for this example, what is the entire address? If don't care is 0, the address is FFF0. If don't care is 1, the address is FFF2H. So this is the way of taking the address of a interrupt handling by the each 8259. See, that's why the A0 is initiated by the signal A1 from the decoder circuit. This is the one important concern we must understand for 8259 cascading. Now see that here we have taken the 3 8259 chips for cascading operation. One is act as a master, remaining to act as a slave. See that the master will send a signals to all slave to operate in the cascading mode. See there, I want to take a request from the number 3 chip. So the master can send a signal, can be initiated by 0, 1, 1. So what is this? 3. So the chip number 3 can be initiated to handle the entire interrupt request from the 8259 third chip. Now you can observe that what I explained to you, that is there. We can set a cascade 0, 1, 1 so that we can take the request from the third chip. Like that we can connect any number of chips. I gave the example here 3 chips. We can connect the 8 chips. So 8 by 8 interrupts can be handled by the 8259. Now, for example, if I want to handle the interrupt request number 4 in the third chip 8259 slave 2, how it can be generate a interrupt request to the processor, let us see. Now IR4 of a 8259 slave is initiated by the entire int of a interrupt request of a 8086. How it is? Let us see. See the IR4. What is IR4? Is the fourth bit of a third chip 8259 chip. So we can generate the interrupt IR4 from a slave 2 8259, and this generated interrupt is directly fed to the interrupt of a 8259 master. Now the master is connect this to the 8086 main processor, so that 8086 processor will take a request from the master 8259 chip when it is cascading operation from the all chips. This is one example I shown here from slave 2 how the request is made to the master, how the master is send a request to the 8086 processor. Now for any interfacing or cascading, the data transfer from the 8259 and to the 8086 processor, these all are required by initiating the chip select. Now this is the entire operation of a cascading of 8259 for 3 chips. Let us take a screenshot what I explained to you all procedure of